Boy, in 6 months, we've seen a lot of earbuds come into the market. Like a lot. Buying earbuds right now feels like walking through a minefield. There are either really good choices that are really expensive, seemingly, or a lot of really cheap choices that you know aren't gonna last very long. There's gotta be some middle ground, right? Hopefully, we can help you figure that out with these top 5 choices we have in the earbuds that have been announced in the last year. I'm gonna start out with the most inexpensive of this group, and that is the Anker Soundcore Liberty 2 Pros. These have probably the least attractive case of the earbuds we have on the table, and they're also probably the least attractive bud on the table. But if you can get past that, these sound incredible. These can be a bit tricky in the highs, but once you boost those lows and keep the highs in the treble area pretty much at default EQ, you're gonna love how great these sound. They're very detailed and have a ton of bass. They have 8 hours of battery life and 32 total hours if you include how many charges you can get in the case. That's great. That's better than average, not the best, but still very good. They don't include active noise canceling, but you kinda don't need it. These have some insane noise isolation to the point where if I'm wearing these, I kinda prefer these over more expensive noise canceling pairs. They just block noise better. They don't have a ton of the extra features some other buds have, but if all you care about is great sounding music, you're gonna love these. Let's talk now about the Jabra Elite 75Ts. We reference these a lot in our reviews because they kind of act as an excellent baseline. You kind of have to hit this if you expect to be good. Why? Well, look how small this case is. Compared to the AirPods Pro case, it's actually, smaller. On top of that, the buds themselves are also quite tiny, and when you wear them, you can hardly tell they're in. The battery life on these is a little bit less than the Soundcores at 7 hours. They claim 7.5, but we were never able to get that far, and you can get an additional 21 hours out of the case. Not bad for a case that's this small. These are some of the best sounding buds we've tested in the last year as well. Even though they came out at the end of 2019, if you love bass as well as balanced overall audio, you're gonna really love the Jabra 75Ts. If you're the kind of person who's constantly worried about the batteries in your earbuds dying, then I have the perfect pair for you, the RHA TrueConnect 2. RHA put all of their bets on battery life with these buds. They last for 9.5 hours per charge and a total of 44 hours with the case. That is insane. There are very few buds that can touch that at this price point. It's not as though battery is all you get with these. They also sound really good. They're not gonna be the best sounding buds on the market, but you're not gonna be disappointed with them. Additionally, they're quite comfortable. I've been able to wear them for hours without having any kind of fatigue in my ears. So let's talk about some pure audio quality. Let's say you wanna get the best possible and you also think noise cancellation is important. Well, I've got the buds for you. These are from Audio-Technica. These have the worst name. They are Audio-Technica ATH-ANC300TW. As far as earbuds go, these have a very simple design. It's kind of like the plug look that you see pretty much everywhere. They don't use the golf tee, but they do stick out of your ear a bit. They're not super attractive, but they sound fantastic. These are some of the only buds we've tested that we think compare to what we consider industry standard for best, which are the Sony WH-1000XM3s. These are similarly priced, but you do get very good active noise cancellation, very good sound, and a pretty good app. You can't adjust the EQ of these, unfortunately, but you can adjust how strong the noise canceling is, which is a bonus. These don't have the best battery life, unfortunately. It's only 4.5 hours per charge with 22 more hours in the case. That's fine. But honestly, if you're using these, you're probably at home and you're probably listening to music with your eyes closed. And if you're doing that, these are great. I would be remiss if I didn't mention these because they honestly are pretty great at 2 things. These are, of course, the Apple AirPods Pro. Besides having a tiny case, which I love, these aren't very good with battery life. They only last 4.5 to 5 hours with an additional 24 hours if you use the case. That's fine. They don't have great sound quality. They have good sound quality, but man, I love the noise canceling on these. We've had conversations internally and we think that Apple somehow beat everyone else when it comes to the strength of the noise canceling. If you don't want to hear anything in your world, these are probably the best. Additionally, if you have an iPhone, these have some really great benefits. The fact that you can hold them up to your phone and it'll show you the charge on each earbud plus the charge on the case at any time, the fact that they pair so easily, and that you can jump from Apple product to Apple product so easily, they're just so usable, I can't ignore them. I know it's fun to bash on Apple because people who like Apple apparently hate themselves. I don't know. I love these, I love using them with my phone, and I can't not recommend them. They're fantastic. So yeah, they got poor battery life, the sound quality is good, not great, but the active noise canceling is so good that I can't not mention these. That and the added feature benefits you get as an Apple user make these really good headphones. I use these all the time, despite the fact I know they don't sound the best, just because they're so darn usable. Thanks for watching, everyone. What are your favorite earbuds that you've picked up in the last year? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more from Digital Trends.